And welcome to Corbellic Studios. Today we're going to be doing an abstract neo-expressionism Native American Indian. It's going to be profiled to the side and he's going to have feathers in his head. It's going to be like a stick figure. I love doing these type of paintings right here because you can really just have fun like a child, but also you can make it into fine art. All right. So when it comes to gallery art, when it comes to eBay, people are really loving this style right here, but it's also you being authentic. I always encourage that where just you show up, be authentic, be yourself. It doesn't matter whatever you create or produce. People are just going to generate and they're going to go towards whatever's authentic. It doesn't matter. The uglier, the better. The more original, the better. I'm telling you, the more that you try to control the art, the more that you try to make the pretty stuff, they lie to us. You don't have to do that going into 2026. Be original, be authentic, show up, make abstract, ugly art faces. And then these are the things that people are going to gravitate towards because they know that they can't buy it from any kind of factory. They know they can't buy it at any kind of production plant. If they want to get that pretty stuff, they can get it from a Bed Bath & Beyond or a Target store. They're coming to you because they want to see what your emotions are. So let's just bring it on here and let's see what we can come up with. Here we go right here. This is our painting. And let's do our background first. I'm just going to go in here. I don't really understand or know what I'm going to do with the background colors, but I'm just going to show up with like a dark brown, like a reddish brown, right? Like this. I think that's fine. I'm going to do that right here too. Maybe like a black. Blacks are always powerful colors because most people are scared to work off of the negative off of that. Right? I always say stuff like that. Like, it's funny. The negative, I don't even know what I'm talking about because I didn't go to art school. I don't know what I'm saying. I just kind of think that I understand, right? I think I do. Now, this is the cool part of working off the projector. Even though we're doing our background colors right here, right? It's like, I still have an idea of what it is because of the projector that I'm using. And my new projector that I got, it's so much better than my last one. My last one, I had it for 8 years. That's the painting. That's the projector I was using to produce all of my art in the past. And I guess nowadays they just have better technology or something because this thing looks amazing. And if you want to know what kind of projector that I use, you can either look at my old video that's on here. You could find it through the projector, or I have a full supply list in the eBay art coaching. The link's below where you could get the full list of what you would need. No guessing for you, just everything's there for you. Look at this. So this is what we're gonna do. You see how we're just randomizing the color? And I'm using my big brush so that way we can have more confidence in the colors that we're doing. It's always better to, I'm not gonna say what's better or what's worse because I don't wanna make it seem like this is an art school. There are no rules to this. But for me, I always like to lay down the colors as fast as I can. And then you can do more of the details or punch in whatever colors that you want later on. But I'm just going with, you see, I'm just trying to go in as fast as I can with the colors. And then later on, I could punch it in, if that makes sense. All right. There we go. Boom. All right, now let's dry this off. And then we can just start building up our layers and then we'll be almost done. This is gonna be fun. And boom, there we go. Now I'm just gonna take our 1/2" brush, go in with a lighter blue, right? Just a lighter blue, yeah. All right, so here, let's do the shoulders. This is down. Let's do this. Cheekbone. Now let's do some of the feathers. The more wild, the better. right, now let's do this eye. And look, there's no right or wrong in how we do this. We're just doing it. We're just doing it. We're just showing up and doing it. And that's what's really important. The more crazy, the better. It's like more confident. And then we'll punch it all in at the end when it comes to the black. Let's add some yellow in there. Yellow always speaks. It always speaks neo-expressionism, that yellow. Like this, right? Look at that, that's cool. I'm still warm. I still feel like I'm warming up from Christmas break. I said, I'm not going to wait till the New Year's. I'm going to go into the studio on Monday and I'm just going to have a full day like it's the New Year's. I'm going to have my own New Year's. So that way I don't have that psychological trip up. That's like one of the secrets. Like, don't wait till the New Year's to go to the gym, to be healthy and all that stuff. Just do it now. And then that way you're ahead of the game. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait to do what you need to do. Because then that day never happens. And then you put a psychological trap on yourself where you don't produce as well that you're supposed to on that day. You're like, you mess up on January 1st and then you're like, I messed my whole year up. I got to wait till 2027. 2027, I'll do it right, I promise. No, just start early, it's fine. And then the cool thing too, what I always like to remind people is like, don't be so down on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You can always start over. You can always start over and become who you were meant to be. It's never too late. You're never too old. You're never too young. You can always be who you were meant to be. If you want to get in shape, you can always get in shape. If you want to have a successful business, you can. Don't ever say to yourself, oh, it's too late for me. I'm just old and I can't do this because I missed my time. No, you can always be who you were meant to be. You can always have a chance to start over, per se. As long as you wake up in the morning, then you can be and do whatever you're meant to do. That's the blessing. God gave you another day and another opportunity to be whatever you want to be. You know how many times in my art career that I started over, even in my businesses, that I had to start fresh? You know how many setbacks that I had? I've had so many. I think in one of my whiteboard videos, I need to make a video talking about the times where I almost lost it all. I'm not perfect. We're all human. And we can be whoever we want to be. Setbacks happen. Don't feel like, oh man, I missed out on January 1st. I gotta wait till 2028 to be perfect. Start over any day you want. If you want to say, hey, I gotta wait till next week, then next week. You want to say, hey, I gotta wait till, you could just say tomorrow. And a lot of these things too, in order to just start over, it costs you nothing. It costs us nothing at all. I always say it costs us nothing to wake up early in the morning. You wake up in the early in the morning, that's a cheat code. Because then you're going to get so much done and feel like you've accomplished things. And then the other cheat code, when you wake up early in the morning, what it's going to push you to do later on, as long as you're being productive, it's going to give you a good night's sleep. You're going to be able to go to sleep early. go to sleep early, and then you'll be able to wake up early. That's the cool thing. And just be productive during that time. And you can be whoever you want to be. All right, let's have some fun with this. That's what I say to myself so I don't get down on myself about certain goals that I might not have hit. Because we could be so down, we're our worst critic. There was a quote that I read recently that said that the biggest battles that you fight is in your imagination. And that's so true. We're so hard on ourselves. Like everything has to be perfect. Nothing's perfect. But what's perfect is that if you could be honest with yourself and say, you know what, I could start over though tomorrow. But also don't make it into a habit to just be starting over and feeling like, well, Corbellic said I can mess up every day. Yes and no. Because then you can make it into a habit. And you don't want to do that either. I'm just saying, don't be so critical. This is something cool. It's something different. I don't know what I'm doing. It's always fun to show up and to do paintings like this, to loosen up, to not take yourself so serious, but also you want to give your audience something different. Like there's so many paintings where at the end of it, I'll be like, I don't like it. I ain't feeling it. But then that'd be the one that sells. And then when it sells, then I like it, right? Then I'm feeling it. And then I put it on the wall as if like it's a painting style that I want to do. that happens to me all the time, where it's like there's a painting that I didn't like when I created it, but then it sells for a lot of money, and then all of a sudden I'm hanging it on my wall for inspiration. That's what I do with a lot of art. It'll be a painting that I didn't like originally, and then somebody, I like the paycheck from it. Now I like it. I want to do more of it. And you won't know that unless you put volume out there and you put the work out there. So you get what I'm saying? Like, you won't be able to know what is because we all want the paycheck. I want the money. That's when we really appreciate something, and then that's when something is cool for us. When the paycheck comes, then we like, oh no, that's good art. But then you might have created it, and when you created it, you didn't think it was good art. But now you think it's good art because somebody paid for it, and they paid $200 for it, right? Then when you ship it out, it feels different. It feels different, and you be like, when you box it up, you're like, this is fine art. This is the good stuff right here, because you already have the proof that somebody paid $200 for it, $300 for it. You don't look at it the same as when you created it. I'm telling you, man, it's a trip. That is the God honest truth too, how that works. I'm glad I'm talking about that, because that's how it works. In the moment when we're creating these pieces of art, a lot of times we do not believe in it. Stop lying. We don't. We do not trust the process. We don't believe in it when we're creating it. But boy, when that paycheck clears and it hits the bank account for $200, $300, man, I believed in it the whole time. I love it. It's my favorite painting. I knew it was a winner the whole time. No, you didn't. Stop lying. All right, I think that's it. That's pretty cool. Let me add like an arrow of sorts. Boom. I love it. It looks good to me. I love it. So anytime you're painting, just think about that, and that's going to help you paint better, and that's going to help you enjoy the process of whatever you're painting. Is that when that check clears for $200, then you believed in that painting the whole time. You love it now. You always loved it. Let me take a picture of it. All right, now this is our $200 painting that we always loved. All right, check that out. That's the profile right there of our Neo-Expressionism abstract Indian native right there. And it's something funky, it's something different. Give them something different. Give them something that you can't, it's hard for somebody else to reproduce, all right? That a printer can't do. And you're gonna be seeing, you'll be able to see in your eBay store where that's where the success lies at, and that is going to make you stand out compared to everybody else. Because everybody else is still going off of the traditional, boring, the gallery look and all that stuff, and they're losing. But as long as you show up, you work how we do off of the projector, you use the proportions, then you can do it like this. You can set up your account, click the link below. I have everything laid out for you, and I'll see you in the next video.